I want to first say this. I will touch on God darn it. Okay, let's go. We're ready. All right. Let me just first say this. I will touch on religion a little bit. I'll touch on sexual preferences and sexuality and all of that. So we're going to get a bit more open. You'll learn a little bit more about me. And the purpose of these videos is just for me to express my thoughts and opinions, and whoever watches it will watch it, and it's for whoever needs it. So I'm going to just say that disclaimer for all my videos. This is not to go viral. This is just me sharing how I feel with you. That's it. That's all it is. And I hope that it will help you in some way. So if you and I share the same thoughts, then this may help you by just watching it, and it may change your thought process a little. But I feel like one little thing can kind of change your whole perspective on life, and that's happened to me several times where it was something I didn't know, and it was one piece of information that I got, and I absorbed it, and it really changed my perspective on how I view things and how I talk to people and how I feel and how I think. So this may be that for you, and if not, then that's fine. That's totally okay. Take whatever you can from this video. So with that being said, let's jump into it. Let's talk about it. We're going to talk about religion. We're going to talk about sexual preferences. We're going to talk about sexuality and just being, open and honest and knowing who you are and what you want. And that's what my purpose is for this video today. So we're going to get it started. You know how when someone says it's hard for them to talk about this? It's a particular subject that they kind of shy away from because it's hard for them to talk about. And religion is actually one of those for me, and that's truly the case. I'm usually an open and honest person, and I can talk about pretty much anything. If you bring it to me and you want to discuss it, we can talk about it. But religion is one thing that I've struggled with my entire life, and reason being is because I'm not sure. Honestly, when I was younger, I used to pray to God to hurt me and do things bad just so, someone can love me. And I had some troubled times as a child, like internally and mentally. I felt like I, battled with a lot of demons, and, it's crazy. But, I thank God today that I'm here and I don't have those crazy type of troubles anymore. Now, when I say it's difficult for me to talk about it, because I haven't read the Bible, and there have been several attempts in my life, where I tried to read the Bible and I got frustrated because honestly, it's just like I'm looking and I'm reading these words and I'm like, how am I to believe these words? I understand that they were gathered over the years and written into this book, but it's like, how can I believe this? But one thing I do believe is I do believe that there is a higher being, because the way that life is just so amazingly beautiful, and it's hard to believe that there is not a higher being up there in the universe. So I believe in God. I do believe that there is a God, but it's hard for me to really touch on religion, so I kind of shy away from it. So we'll kind of dabble a little into it within this video, and we'll talk about it, but it's going to be circling around sexuality and sexual preference and stuff like that, because that's something that I deal with and I've dealt with pretty much my adult life. But yeah, there are people that have trouble dealing with certain things, and I think that reason being is because if you haven't seen it, then you can't really believe it. And I will speak for myself where it's hard for me to kind of break it down, and I can try my best to do it within this video or while talking to you. For me, I don't understand why it's so hard for me to believe in the Bible when I can believe that there is a God. The reason why I believe that there is a God is because of how amazing things are. The way trees grow around power lines, I think that's amazing. Nature and just, how the brain works, and animals, and just every little detail and crevice of life reminds me that, yeah, there's a higher being. And I sometimes I look in the night sky and I look at the stars, and I just wonder, what else is out there. It's just amazing to me. I love stars. I love anything to do with space, and it's just amazing. But the many blessings that I've had over my years of living have just been impeccable. It's been amazing. I'm just truly thankful for everything. I'm truly thankful for the blankets that I have on my bed, to my parents, to my family, to my friends, to my coworkers, to every little thing, because I'm living my life, and I'm happy that I'm able to express myself like I'm doing now with you. And it's just a great feeling. I can't really explain it any more than what I'm doing now, but life is amazing. And regardless if you're going through some crazy shit, or if you're just bubbly happy in love and everything is going well for you, life is amazing. So when I have my days, I do have my days where I get into these pockets of darkness, and it's like, damn, what the fuck is going on? Why am I in this sunken place? not to reference Get Out, but I do feel sometimes that I have those days where I'm like, I don't feel like myself. And it's like, that's okay. It's okay to have those days, you know what I mean? Because I always try to think on the positive side, even though, you know, I may be feeling in the worst mood ever. I know that somewhere else, someone else has it worse. And I should be thankful and blessed that I'm not in their shoes, you know? So I always think that it could be worse no matter what. So even if I did have one leg, and, you know, I felt depressed about that, it's still someone that doesn't have the other leg. So they don't have both legs. So, you know, just think of it like that. Gay, straight, lesbian, bisexual, pansexual. There's a ton of different types of, you know, sexual preferences. And so let's talk about me. I am a lesbian. So the labels that are out here today kind of blow my mind. I'm so confused. I recently signed up for Tinder, and I met a lot of interesting people on there. And you know, I'm not knocking anyone. I'm at a point in my life where I try my best not to judge anyone for whatever they like and whatever they want to do, you know, because we like what we like, and you know, it's a vibe and it's an energy that we feel that's what we prefer. So I don't knock anyone, but for me, I am a woman who is attracted to other women, not a pansexual, not gender fluid. But let's bring it back a little bit, because now it's like, I want someone to love me for me. I want someone to care about me for me. I want someone to like me for me, and not the fact that, you know, so I'm a lesbian and you're a lesbian, so we need to get together. It's not about lesbian and gay and straight. It's basically about the vibes and the energy. So it's like, yeah, there are so many labels, but fuck those labels. Let's get rid of those labels. We're not going to worry about labels. Just pretend that labels didn't exist and we're just two people. You know, we're two people. We're people, and we all care about each other. That's pretty much what it kind of boils down to, at least for me. I also feel like I'm being hypocritical, but I can't explain why I'm being hypocritical or why I could be hypocritical, because I can't. I'm trying my best to kind of convey it to you now, but let's just focus on the fact that we're just people, and we're just people. We're not male, we're not female, we're just people, and we're vibing. I'm not attracted to men in a romantic way or sexual way. Now, granted, I've slept with men in my past. I definitely have. I remember those days where I feel like I just was doing it just because it was what I should be doing. I felt like at the time. I wasn't sure who I was. I was confused, and I just was sleeping with guys to sleep with guys. I've never in my entire life had passionate sex with a man ever. It just was sex. It was whatever it was. And now in today's society, or where I'm at right now in my life, since I'm discussing the fact that we're not doing with labels and we're just two people, we're not even going to focus on gender. We're ruling out gender and everything. Can I still see myself being attracted to that man? Because he's technically still a man, regardless of the fact that we're eliminating gender and sexual preference. But I just still don't feel a connection with men in a way where it's romantic. So there are men that I find attractive, like for example, Amari Hardwick, really attractive guy, really attractive. If I were to have kids, I would be like, yeah, can you have some babies for me, or can you donate some sperm to me so I can, you know, have some kids? You know what I mean? So it's like that, but it's not like I'm like, ooh, I want to jump his bones. Or, damn, he fine. It's actually, woo, oh yes, look at those muscles, those abs is popping. Ooh, girl, he look good. Yes, girl, look, he looks good. So that's not where I'm at. That's not where I'm at all with men. I'm more so friendship. I'm good. We're friends. Let's do it. To touch a little bit back on sexuality and sexual preference. You know, whoever you like, you like. I'm not here to judge whether you're transsexual, pansexual, polyamorous, any of that. I'm not here to judge. And you know, the crazy thing is, just what, 2 years ago, you know, my ex was talking about, you know, having a polyamorous relationship, and I just was not for that. And I kind of touched on this in one of my other videos, but I'm not trying to really dive too deep into it because I don't want to violate, you know, her privacy. At that point in time, I just was like, I don't want to do that. No, that's not. And it's still something that I'm just not, I don't want to do. But I feel like I could have maybe handled that situation a bit better than what I did back then, you know, where I just kind of quick and judged really quickly, whereas though, you know, I mean, it wasn't that bad, but now after the breakup and everything, you know, I see things differently. So no, I don't want a polyamorous relationship, but it's just, that's what she wanted. And, you know, we broke up because, well, that's one of the reasons we broke up, because of that, because I just didn't want to do that. I don't feel like I can share her with anyone else on a continuous basis. I can see if we're talking threesome here maybe, but a polyamorous relationship, I'm good. So, you know, things like that. It's just, you love who you love. Like, love who you love, be who you are. And, you know, it's just like, I've experienced so many different things, and I'm just so thankful to have been exposed to all of that. I want to know how you feel about vibes and energy. Because over the past few years, for me, that's all it's been about for me when I meet anyone or if I conversate with anyone. It's just basically about what type of vibes am I getting and what type of energy do we kind of share, or what type of energy do we bounce off of each other. And that's pretty much what it's been about for me. You can still have good vibes and energy with anyone. It doesn't have to be always on a romantic level. You can have a good vibe with someone and you guys become great friends. That's why I feel like, you know, everyone should embrace each encounter that you have with someone, because you never know what that person is in your life for. And that all goes back to the universe and about God and all of that. So everything kind of ties in together, and it's awesome. It's awesome. I love it. Being honest with yourself is one of the best feelings in the world to me. I feel like that honesty, it's so pure and it's raw, and it really has helped me be who I am today. So being honest and being open and being willing to learn from other people is how you can kind of succeed. We as people, we are so afraid of so many things, and we're definitely afraid of things that we don't know or don't understand. And I go back to the way that things are structured in life, like how things are structured. I'm trying not to get so deep where people don't understand and they're like, what the fuck is she talking about? I'm trying to just keep it at that level where you kind of understand where I'm coming from. And if you have an open mind, you definitely will understand where I'm coming from. We all know that phrase, never say never. That's one of the phrases that I kind of hold close to me, because I can say that I won't do something and then maybe 10 years later I wound up doing it. So it's like 10 years ago you said you never would do this and you're doing it now. So I never try to say never. I try to just, if I don't want to do something, I'll say, I don't want to try that right now, or I don't want to do that right now, because I'm at a point in my life where I'm good. But maybe tomorrow may be a different story. Maybe a week or years later, it may be a different story. We all have these points in our lives where we're someone different, or we're in a different place. So I think that's the beauty of life as well, where we can kind of reinvent ourselves daily if you really wanted to. I mean, doing it daily is a stretch, but you know, I'm really at a point in my life where I'm truly happy with myself. I'm happy of who I am and who I am still becoming, because it's just awesome. And I thank God for that. I thank God for allowing me to be who I am, and to touch the people that I touch and have those same people or others touch me as well, where I'm just happy all the time because life is beautiful. Life is really, really, really great. And I am immensely thankful for each and every soul that I've had in my life, that I have in my life, all of that, you know, because I've learned something from each of those individuals. And whether it's me, let's just say I'm on the bus and I'm talking to a stranger and we just have a 2-minute conversation. I'm thankful for those 2 minutes because we had an encounter and it was awesome. You know, like I said, it could be one little thing that alters the way you think and the way you feel and change your perspective on so many different levels. And I think that's one of the things that's great. My goal in life is just to touch as many people as possible, you know, with my words and my energy and my vibe, and just to make people happy. That's basically all I'm about. Like, I can do something really stupid and silly and someone may think I'm immature, but I don't care because it's about making that other person happy. Now, I do kind of need to work on living for myself more than others. So I'm trying, but it's kind of hard. You know, I'm always trying to do something for someone else. And, you know, I need to focus on me. But I feel like I've been doing that though. I feel like I can kind of balance both, but still, I still kind of need to bring the others, doing for others down just a little bit more and focus more on me. I just kind of wanted to hit those notes about religion and sexuality and just vibes and energy and the universe and life in general, because life is good. It really is. So I hope that you watching this, it kind of touched you in a way where, you know, it made you think differently about life. And you know, I hope it helped you. There are so many people out here in this world that suffer daily because they struggle with themselves. They struggle with the internal demons, and that's kind of how it was for me when I was younger. I struggled so much, and I'm glad. I am so glad and thankful that I have came a long way. I feel like I've come a long way, and you know, I've been through a lot of things, but I know that there's someone out there that's been through a lot worse and they're probably still going through the same shit. But hopefully you watching this, you know, or reach that person that is going through something and they can look at this and, you know, it'll help them in the long run. So yeah, I create all these deep videos and such, but it's just, this is one side of me that a lot of people don't get to see, but you can see by watching my videos. I'm more so always silly and joking around, but there are points where I have to kind of buckle down and I get serious because, you know, underneath all of that silliness and funny, there is this. There is me talking to you and you watching me talk about some serious stuff in life. So I feel like, you know, just live your life. Do the best you can. Do what you need to do. Live for you. And, you know, shine your light on others. Be thankful. Embrace each encounter. You know, appreciate the details and the little things in life. Stop and take a look at a flower, how a flower blooms and things like that. Like, even though insects freak me out, they're still amazing. Like, spiders are amazing. The webs that they make, even though they creep me out. But, there's just so much beauty. Like, there's so much beauty in so many things. And, you know, even the terrible things, there's just beauty. And I find that there's good in everyone. It's just a matter of getting that good to come out or getting that goodness to shine through. If I were to die today, I would feel like I've led a happy life. I feel like I've touched, you know, some people and I've gained, you know, so much love from others. And, you know, if God says it's over, finito, you got to come home, and I would be okay with that. But I'm not ready. There's still so much, you know, I'm still on this incredible journey, and I still want to keep going. I want to keep going. I want to keep being on that journey because there's so many, there are so many things I want to accomplish with my life. And, you know, I want to be, you know, able to be on the ballot for an Oscar as best, you know, director. Like, that's one of my goals, you know. There's so many things I want to do, and there's so many people I still want to meet, and I still want to see so many things that I'm not ready to go. But like I said, if I were to die today, I would feel like, you know, I did what I could, and I feel like I'm a good person, and I feel like, you know, I've accomplished a lot. So I hope you take what you can from this video and Live your life. Be who you want to be. Go crazy. Do crazy things. Live your life. Live your life. Do what you want to do. Have fun. Have fun and enjoy it. Like, I feel like you can have fun and be serious. You can kind of tie both of those together. It's all about vibes. It's all about energy. And it's all about living that great life and absorbing as much energy and having as many experiences as you possibly can. So much love, y'all. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next vlog. I'm out.